This is great, man. Oh man, I love doing this. Huh? Let me check. Oh, looks like the mailbox has been filled. Let's see. My bank statement and my loan statement. Let's see. Alright, let's see the bank statement first. Bank of Minecraft. Notice of balance. Let's see. What? Oh, this can't be. Oh no. Just gonna ignore that. Loan statement. Oh, I haven't made a payment in a while. Let's see here. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, it's from the loan company that I got. Let's see. Oh! What? Oh, crap. What the hell do I do? Hello everyone, welcome to day 16 of 60 Days of Stupidity. I'm your co-host, Barely Pass, and today is the path of wealth. I want to give a quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I basically don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's about it. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm even bringing up the path of wealth to begin with. Why do we need to talk about wealth? Well, when I looked at the YouTube analytics, I saw that around 41.5% of you are around the age of 13 to 17, while the rest of you guys are between 18 to 24, around the same age as all of our co-hosts, like me. But I also realized that all of you guys are male, so it seems like, once again, we can't attract any women. Anyways, while I'm falling off right now, I want to bring up something that we all could consider: wealth. So, how exactly do you grow wealth? Well, I'm an expert at losing my money, so you basically just have to do the exact opposite of what I do. Now, you're probably wondering, how did I lose my money? Well, let's just say I took one trip to Vegas, saw the casinos, saw the tables, and now I'm broke. Luckily, I have ways to build my wealth and get my money back from the casinos. Now, if you're between the ages of 13 to 17, like 41.5% of you guys, you unfortunately cannot participate in any of these wealth building activities that I'm going to be mentioning. Of course, there's other methods. You can listen to them instead, but for me, you have to wait till you're an adult, or when you have back pain. It's coming. Anyways, here are the 3 main things that you're gonna need to follow these steps. You're gonna need your full name, your social security number, and money. Any sort of money would do. Penny, $1, $10, $100. Hell, you could be in debt. I wouldn't recommend that though. I forgot to mention, but I assume most of you guys are American. But if you aren't, this doesn't apply to you. So the main topics of this video are going to be consisting of these few things. We're going to be talking about checking accounts, credit cards, high yield savings accounts, a Roth IRA, an individual investing account, 401k if you're working with an employer, and a health savings account. The 2 things that we're going to be focusing on right now are checkings account and high yield savings account. A checkings account typically come from large banks, or you could do your own research and find either Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America. While for high yield savings account, you have your online ones such as SoFi and Wolfrun. But you can find plenty of banks that contribute to these. Obviously, do your own research. I highly recommend doing your own research. Find a bank that's safe for you, find a bank that's applicable to you, and find a bank that gives you generally the most interest. Now, I'm going to break this down into Minecraft terms so it's not that boring. So, what's the difference between a savings account and a high yield savings account? Well, here we'll see the differences right now. I have a regular savings account that generally gains an interest of 0.1 to 0.38%. And you have a high yield savings account that generally generates an interest of 3 to 4%. If I put 100 emeralds into both of these chests and then wait for about a year, we can see that when we collect our interest and check at the 0.1% savings account, we get 0.1% of an emerald back. That's like nothing. Now, let's compare that to a high yield savings account. Now, when we go and check our high yield savings account that has an interest rate of 3 to 4% and collect our interest, you can see that we've had 3 emeralds as our interest from 100 emeralds. This just shows how much impact interest can have and the difference between these two accounts. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is a credit card. Now, credit cards are a card that you could use and generally spend money with, but it's not your money. It's the bank's money, and they want you to pay it back within a month, or they're going to add interest. Now, generally you want to pay it back within a month. If you don't pay it back within a month, the interest rates are hell to deal with. So that's why we set up that checking account. So you generally want to put a little bit, maybe a good portion of your money into the checking account. That way you could pay off your credit cards. Any money that you spend on your credit card should immediately be spent with your checking account. The useful thing about a checking account is it's your most liquid, or the quickest to get your money out of. When you pay off that credit card, it's going to take roughly maybe a day or less. It generally depends on the amount of money that you spend on a credit card. But if you spent like $50, your checking account will take care of that within 5 minutes, assuming that you have $50. Of course, I don't recommend putting all of your money into your checkings account. That's why you have your high yield savings account instead. Put a good portion of your money into the high yield savings account, maybe 2 to 3 months worth of what you're going to spend. That way, when you have it in a high yield savings account, you're beating inflation, which is basically the national rate in which your money is deflating or losing value over time. Now, the next 4 accounts that I'm going to be talking about are the Roth IRA, the individual investing account, your 401k with your employer, and a health savings account. I kind of lied right there, because the one account that I don't really know too much about is your health savings account. It's actually a really good account, and it's tax exempt, which means you don't pay tax on it. I think your employer could help pay for that as well. Like, they help put money into that account, but I don't have a full-time job yet, so I don't exactly know what's going on behind a health savings account until I do, and then I'll probably throw a bit of my salary into that. But for now, alright, let's focus on these 3. First up, we have our Roth IRA. You're probably wondering, what does IRA stand for? And IRA stands for an individual retirement account. So basically, this account is for your retirement once you could no longer work, or you just don't want to work anymore, and you just want to rely sheerly on this account. Hopefully you don't rely sheerly on this account. There should be multiple factors, which is why we have these 6 accounts that we were talking about currently. But a Roth IRA is one individual account that you could use for your retirement. Now, a Roth IRA basically means you are paying tax before you invest your money. So you're basically paying Uncle Sam up front. This is different from a traditional IRA in which you're paying tax after. A Roth IRA is way better because when you pay tax before, when you take money out once you retire, you no longer have to pay any tax on any of the growth or anything. You strictly already paid for it, so any growth that comes out of that account is specifically yours. There is a limit every year. You could only invest $7,000 worth of cash, or even more. It typically depends on the government and how high or low it's set. But one thing to remember is you have to make sure to invest. A lot of people do a rookie move and they don't invest this account. They just dump money in and let it just sit there. If you let it sit there, it's not growing anything. It's basically the same as a checkings account. Except you can't really do anything with it. Because if you take money out of this account before you retire, you are penalized for it, and you could pay potential tax. That's why for this, I would say just pay up to the limit, invest it, and continue on. Now, how exactly do you make a Roth IRA or an individual investing account anyways? Well, you have brokerages, and you could use different apps. For example, you could use Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or Vanguard. These three are really good at basically investing and learning how to invest. I would highly recommend doing your research on these, looking into it, and generally learning how to invest your money. Now, what exactly do you generally invest? Well, I have a couple ETFs for you, which are basically packaged stocks that you could invest in after you get those apps I mentioned previously. You have VOO and FXAIX. These follow the S&P 500. The S&P 500 are basically the top 500 companies. And when you put money into these accounts, you're basically saying, hey, I want my money to grow as well as these 500 companies. Then you have other ETFs such as QQQ, QQQM, and TQQQ. QQQ is mostly focused on technology. So when you're putting money into QQQ or QQQM, you're basically saying, hey, I want my money to grow as well as these companies that are investing in technology and creating technology. TQQQ is special because it's triple of QQQ. So if QQQ grows by 10%, TQQQ grows by 30%. However, this strictly backfires because if QQQ even drops 10%, TQQQ drops 30%. And it's generally harder for you to make that money back, but you gain money a lot faster. On average, it grows just about the same amount as QQQ, but it's a bit more risky. The final thing that we're going to be talking about is the 401k. Now, for the 401k, I'm not going to dive too much into it because it mainly depends on who you're working for or what company you're basically just employed in. But when we're looking at the 401k, I don't generally believe that you have to invest the money yourself. Your company typically would invest that money for you under its own ETF or own mutual fund. But if it doesn't, then you probably have to invest it yourself. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the editing because it was based off Emma's presentation. But outside of that, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week.